focus on your destiny, how much distance you have. So don't wait for someone to lift you. Even you fell down, wake up, stand up by yourself. Don't expect someone will pick you up.
A very good morning. My name is Karishma, and today we are welcoming you on our talk show organized by BioPatrika. Well, on this show, we talk about the researchers, their journey, their ups, their downs, how badly they have come up with their dream, and to describe about the same of our guest. So, we all of us know dream does not become reality through magic. It requires determination, hard work, and patience. And today, we have one of the excellent examples with us. He's a renowned personality and he is a great scientist, great entrepreneur, and he's the UN representative of India. So, sir, I would like to welcome Mr. to Dr. Hemanthkumar Manikyam, sir. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our talk show, sir, for our this wonderful program, for giving your wonderful presence. So, could you please brief a little bit to our viewers?
Thank you, Karishma. Thank you for inviting me for such honor of knowing you want to know about me and you want to spread the news about me. Thank you so much for this honor. So definitely, I'll be sharing a brief about me. So with myself, Dr. Heman. So I did my PhD in biochemistry, and therefore my interest in drug discoveries made me to study more into toxicology part of the plant extracts, and that is my first PhD. And my second PhD is in the identification of berberine in anti-cancer activity. It is a natural product chemistry. So this is how I started my journey, and MBA in healthcare management from Apollo Group of Institutes. So this is about my education background. So presently I'm working in Nepal as a director of research and development in one of the companies. We're doing research in herbal medicines and herbal organic cosmetics and skincare products. So this is brief about me. So earlier I worked with Patanjali as a head of research and development and also CEO for one of their organizations. Other than that, I worked for the pharmaceuticals as a research head. So all my journey. So when it comes to my core strength and energies, it should be completely on drug discoveries and natural product chemistry. So this is a brief about my education and what I do.
I think that's a great brief I had, sir, about your wonderful achievements. So, sir, as you are a UN representative, so what makes you from a researcher, from a great scientist to an entrepreneur? I know that you have worked in a great project in Nepal also, and now you're working there. Fortunately, you have been a director in R&D in Turkey project. So, can you please brief your journey about how badly you did it?
Yeah. Being the UN representative, how it happened, I'll let you know. During COVID, before COVID, I think so around 2018-19. So I got a call from US, from Haiti Cholera Research Funding Foundation. It is one of the UN representative NGOs. They are working on different, human services, helping the people, in cholera research and also HIV and different viral diseases, and pandemics. So it is having a group of doctors, scientists, and healthcare volunteers from all over the world. So they requested me to be as their representative initially, to speak on different neonatal diseases and nutraceutical nutrition deficiencies of kids and how the children are dying. A lot of things. So then I liked their service abilities, and then I agreed to be part of them. So I got been appointed as a representative for a UN-based organization called HCRFF, IT Cholera Research Funding Foundation. So my journey started indirectly as a UN. So after a certain period of time, UN has opened the representative programs already from NGOs. So my NGO HCRF have recommended my name to United Nations. Okay. So after the pandemic started and my journey of my depth knowledge in the drug discoveries and the coronavirus has made me to do further research on corona. And those discoveries has made my name very famous or I can say well good recognition in the world in WHO and UN. So after that, I became a full-fledged UN representative, and I received my United Nations Ground Pass to represent the Horticultural Research Foundation from India and Nepal. So from there onwards, my career in the United Nations started as a representative. So this is how it began. So God has He has designed my path already.
Yeah, that's really great. So don't you think so that recently one of the Indian has become a PM in Britain? I think people gonna definitely the next one. For your achievements you are doing, it's really marvelous, you know. It requires a lot of patience, and I said so a hardworking patience and determination. You are really a great application of it. So well, that's really great. And sir, as I remember, we have one of your memory of your childhood where you have been listened down and you have now wonderful achievements, not only by this age. Since your childhood, you are so into the science, your interest. So, could you please tell what your family background and what makes you turn into a great scientist?
Uh, yeah, definitely. If it comes to my family, I'll definitely speak about my father and mother. They are not educated, actually, they both are illiterates. And we are from a very poor family background. And particularly, my father was a car mechanic, and I have my two other siblings, my elder sister and elder brother. So even our condition was such a bad that they cannot study because of lacking of money, and so they decided to drop out from the school to make me to study because from the beginning of my childhood they thought I'm the brilliant kid. So they both dropped out from the school, and they given me a chance to study because only out of three of us only one can study with the money we had. So we started in my journey, and when it comes to the science, nature always inspired me a lot from my childhood. Even then in the classes, I used to sit more in the gardens. I used to sit more in the background farms. I used to run away. I don't want to mislead the young children nowadays, but actually it happened with me. I never want to sit in the classrooms. I used to run away in the middle of the class and go back to the backyard. There's a small forest-like things. I used to sit in the forest and collect the dead bodies of small animals, insects, and cut the plants and how their behavior. I used to paint them. Actually, I was naturally gifted by the talent of painting and sketching. So I carry my pencil and book, and I used to sketch them, write them. What is happening in the nature. So I even so there was a funny thing. All my teachers from the school has complained me to remove from the school during the parents meeting because they said boy never sits in the class. We don't know where he runs away, and we don't, he will spoil other kids. So we don't want him in our school. So, but finally, my as a my principal has shouted at my teachers. He's an young child. He will be anxious and enthusiastic. He's moving into the nature. So you people should guide him, not to discourage him. So then he again supported me. That's how I started, naturally. And again, my father, he's a mechanic, but he's a brilliant, brilliant scientist, frankly to say. Even though he's not educated, I can say he's a desi jugaad master in technical terms. So he's the first person to convert the petrol to diesel conversion and diesel to petrol conversion engines. He designed himself. In those days, he was very famous by that discovery. Even I know that vaguely that even from TBS Sundaram family, girls approached my father to know about the technology of diesel conversion. I hope I got my genes of my father to be a scientist in my. I think those are in my blood. So naturally I became a natural scientist, finding more about more, and he encouraged me. My mother supported me whatever I do, whatever I does in those days. I am yes, they given my spark. My spark kept on lighting itself at every time. That's how some teachers, some mathematician teacher, Mr. Professor, and they all encouraged me. My drawing master and one of the science teacher, Ramesh. So these people knows my talent, so they never asked me to sit in the class. In university, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So that was a freedom. So in that way, I started discovering myself. That's the that's the discovery of myself. that laid my
It's the
foundation.
discovery of a Dr. Hemanthkumar Manikyam. So you turn out from a local to a global. And now you not only a global, now you are everybody, you are an international investor. I can say in the research field. So, sir, what makes you motivate through this entire job? As you said about you have done a number of projects at academic. As I can see, you have worked your plans. So, what makes you, from pharmaceutical companies and for phyto extraction? I want to know something about your, field. What make you into the same? Why there is no another field you have this?
Yeah. I always believe that nature has the answers within it, and a lot of mystics are hidden, and a lot of mysteries are hidden within the nature. So I always believe that all the living beings are synchronized with the natural things. So we are not exploring it properly. Our ancient sciences like our Vedas, our scripts, and including the Ayurveda, our traditional system of medicine, and this is the system of medicine. These things are already explained how to live with the nature, how to synchronize with yourself. So from the beginning of my childhood, I always thought that nature has many answers, and but which we are unable to explore it properly. So in that mode, I started to work in the chemistry side, and I want to become a doctor initially. But my poverty doesn't allow me to become an MBBS doctor, even though I got good ranks in MSET and that, but we don't have money to pay the basic fees also. So that devastated my dreams. But even then, I kept myself strong. Then I took the BSc. So BSc is a government college, VR college, Venkatgiri Rajas College in Nellore district. So it is very cheap, very I can say very less fees, 1,000 rupees, 1,200 rupees per annum, like that. So it was a very good subject. I took the triple major, zoology, physics, chemistry. But it is very tough subject in those days. Taking triple major, nowadays only one single subject people are unable to go in depth. But in our time, we had triple majors. So in BSc, we had to select three majors. So I selected the very unique subject called zoology, physics, chemistry. Everything contradictory to each other. It is offered by SV University. So, but I was attracted by Professor Pattabhiraman sir. He was a botanist and very old man. I think he's of 75 when he was teaching. And I heard his lecture in his botany class. I used to sit in his class, even though I am not a botany student because my my stream is different. But he had watched me sitting in his classroom, but he never said anything to me. And he said, "You can sit, don't worry, but don't bunk your other classes. So in free time, you can come and sit if you don't have the classes." So, and also, he became very close to me. And in the morning hours, he used to wake me up. He used to walk around 3 kilometers to my home, and he used to wake me up around 5:30 to 6 a.m. in the morning. And he used to take me by walk to all the railway tracks and all the plants. He used to cut them and explain me about plants, how that astonished me, that how natural plants, how the plants are beautiful and how they help us in many ways to live and they have the roots for our living. So then I understood I have to explore more. So I'm very thankful to Professor Pattabhiraman sir. I hope he may not be now. I don't know whether he's there or not because at the time only he was 75, 78. So he's a great personality who sparked the natural product knowledge inside me. And then onwards, I started to explore the different plants and their activities and studying them in depth. Studying I was correlating physics, chemistry, zoology, and even I got a chance to discuss with many doctors also personally. The MBBS doctor, there is a Narayana Medical College in our district. So there is a Professor Timappa, is a pulmonologist. Actually, he used to treat my father. So, but he was inspired by my knowledge in my BSc, and he used to make me to sit with him. And he's a very great professor. He's an MBBS doctor in pulmonology. He's an MD in pulmonology from US, US return. And so then he's that how I started my working on the natural products, from a BSc and studying. And when I come to PG, I started to work on anti-HIV drugs in Imperial University in Salem. ABS college. So there I started to work on the anti-HIV drugs of the nature. So I continue to work, many doctors who used to interact with me from my childhood, and the teachers, professors who have started interacting with me, they started feeding me. So they started to, they always, everyone astonished me how this entire world has made me perfect, you know. So that I used to look the world in a different perspective. I always found that there is always an opportunity uh, to me to show my talent, to explore the best of myself with the nature. So, and I always believe that nature can cure many things. So I believed this one. So, and I followed my instincts and I followed my heart. And it happened. Frankly to say, when I believed I synchronized myself with the nature, so the nature itself has moved me into this field. So, and I studied the pharmacological properties, pharmacology. I worked with pharma companies, and then my interest in formulations increased and enhanced. Understood more about the pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, and for another pharmacological activity or drugs, I got more facilities and facilities. So that made me to understand more about this natural product. And it has a brilliant scope. I always ask the youngsters nowadays to don't read the books itself, do the things practically and try to gain more and more knowledge and experience, make your hands clean. Okay, make them perfect workshop. Your hands are your workshop, your brain and hands are your workshop. So don't expect the big facilities to happen for you because I frankly to say, all my discoveries happened with the very simple facilities. All my research works, cancer drugs, antiviral drugs. Even I'm the person who designed many drugs for coronavirus for the first time. So all these things, I made it with very simple things with what I had. Because yes, nowadays expecting big facility is wrong. Okay, even people with many big institutes, big facilities, I don't blame them, but I don't know what's wrong with them because they're unable to show up, bring their complete abilities outside and serve the country. Our country, not only our country, worldwide has got a big knowledge hub. We have a big ancient sciences existing. We have now modern high throughput screening technologies available, but still we are unable to do the best of us. Why it is happening? Because we have to dedicate ourselves to achieve the greatest thing. We have to do the greatest sacrifice. That people are not ready to do the sacrifice. They are mounted to their materialistic goal, and so to achieve the greatest thing, all the Nobel laureates or the old ancient scientists or yogis, or they sacrifice the biggest thing in their life, right? To achieve the, till today we remember them. And next generations also will remember them. So this all happened because they sacrificed something more important for their personal life to achieve this greatest thing. So that's what I want to say, that you should dedicate it. Persistence, perseverance, and consistency are the three things that make you a perfect scientist. Nowadays, to prove yourself best in this track.
Okay, I can conclude that you said, I would like to also say to our viewers that the other side about the patience, consistency, and the hard work that we have to continue to it. That's really great, sir. So, is there any setback that you had faced in your life that you have so many ups only on point today? There are some downs where you have faced during your life. And share with us, sir.
Yeah, look, no road is smooth, right? No road is smooth. Even life has got its ups and downs.
Yeah.
So I face mostly I face 99%. I face a lot of troubles.
How you come up with it, sir? I
lot
mean,
of
this motivation. How you come up with that actually? Because you have a great motivation to bring people with you to come up from home and have. And then how all of a sudden did you come up with this? How to raise yourself at the moment? Make you raise.
uh, yeah, look, some always things inspired me. I tell you, a spark inside me always made me to move. Okay, I always remember a story of Akbar and the one of the peasant lamp story. I hope you all remember that. So by seeing it, a small lamp, that poor fellow, he stood in the water for long hours. So then Akbar asked how you able to withstand that cold water. Then the peasant said, dear king, I was watching a lamp far from the growing at some house. So that given me warm. So Akbar got angry on that peasant. I said, that means you cheated me. He said, how? So then Baba, the person, sorry, so the Virender, what is his name? I don't know the quotation there. The minister of Akbar has cooked. When Akbar came, he invited Akbar for the dinner, and he was cooking with a small lamb distance. He put the pot very up, and Akbar watched and shouted at Birbal. He said, "Dear Birbal, how the food can cook when you're keeping the lamb so distant?" The same thing then Birbal said, Akbar, you want to cut the head of a poor man because he was watching lamb somewhere, and he's getting the heat. It is wrong decision. So that story always inspires me. How it inspires me because focus on your destiny, how much distance you have. So don't wait for someone to lift you. Even you fell down, wake up, stand up by yourself. Don't expect someone will pick you up. So stand, walk yourself until you reach to the destiny of your what you decided. So that always my brain. I faced the severe hardships in my life, but every time I was only focusing on my final destiny, which I wanted to do. Still, it is not completed. Still, I'm on the way, on my track. It will take time, but definitely I will be successful one day. This is how I keep my destiny strong, not to give up. That's it.
That's really great to know about this wonderful entire journey. So, what message would you like to give to our youth who are listening you, who are watching you? The entire information you have given that is absolutely spectacular with your achievements. First of all, congratulations for this marvelous journey. And I would like to say everybody should be like you. You are really an inspiration model for all of us, especially for the youth. So, a message would you like to pass on to our youth who are juggling their hustling for their dreams or trying to get your place? Like, what
So
message?
I want to pass a I want to pass a very simple message to everyone. Don't give up. Don't give up. Life will always push you down. Okay,
Okay.
my surroundings, I think everything it always wants to teach you the right way, but which we always think is wrong, right? Life always push you hard. So there are no shortcuts to success. Okay, so you should do hard work. As I said, consistency, persistency, and perseverance are the three things which every youngster should remember. And don't expect anyone to lift you up. You should walk. You should learn to walk alone. Okay, you should learn
That's
to walk alone. That's your part.
happy.
Okay, otherwise, you will get frustrated. You will get feared. So don't depend on anyone. Stand up always. Inspire yourself. You are the best inspiration to yourself. That's it. That's my only one few sentences for the modern youth. Focus on your destiny. Forget all about you.
That's really great, sir. Definitely, we will focus on our aim, and especially you are here with us. And one last question, sir. What is your point of view that how the India is developing in terms of pharmaceutical industries from our country? And if we see that, as you also been a part of COVID research, where you have been supported by Mr. Raghavan, sir, and you have did marvelous contribution there also. We like to give some points over the same, like how the pharmaceutical industry of itself India, you have worked hard and there is a great way there and you come out with your book publication, patents you are having, academic profile, all the excellency from here itself from a country. But you will see the growth of the pharmaceutical sector from our country and compare it from other countries.
Look, India is the future pharmaceutical hub. But I would like to request our pharmaceutical industries to do the integrative approach.
Okay.
Because till today we concentrated on the synthetic drugs, and which is not just that. We should go for the integrated approach.
Yes.
Integrate the traditional medicines and natural medicines, nutraceuticals, pharmaceuticals, and herbaceuticals, everything together. Because don't concentrate just on one drug, on synthesis. Even they cause a lot of pollution, right? So we should have the integrated approach system of medication and medical development systems, including
Yes,
and
sir.
also centralized licensing system for all the integrated approaches. So if it's in the pharmaceutical, as I said, India will be the hub of pharmacy in the future. India is always hub, and it will be the hub for the future also. But we should have the more regulations, stringent rules, and to make it more safe drugs, either from natural, either from synthetic. So and there is no bias in the clinical trials. Okay, so we should always they should promote the ethical, ethical regulations, ethical things. So I wish that would happen in our country to make our country the future of the best pharmaceutical medicines or nutraceutical medicines or Ayurvedic medicines. So still a lot of things to be happen. So scope is too big and work has to be done more. Still there is a lot of pending. Still we have to do a lot.
Sir, that's a really great interaction. You have given a wonderful time for us. And I think everybody will be inspired with you, with your marvelous point that you have pointed out, your hard work, efficiency, patience, and your entire patience is really remarkable. And I can see that from childhood, there is no any point that we should have from which family background we are and whatever we are doing and what we become. It's all the hard work, sir. Thank you, sir, for joining us in this wonderful program for BioPatrika Magazine, our talk show. It's really a great pleasure back with you. Let's see in our next session if we can be with you to have our own other questions that the students will be having. So definitely we will interact with you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Karishma, for the wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you.